And that right there is what we're going to try and replace. Oh my god, what am I going to do? Please don't regret this. Please don't regret this. Waste is nailed. How do you get to him? How do you get to him? So welcome back, YouTube. We've got some more impossible plumbing. I love these type of jobs. Well, I don't really, but these type of jobs are the ones that you got to really use your head, because we've got a bath that's leaking and there's absolutely no access whatsoever. What they've done is they've installed the bath, tiled around it, and now there's a problem with the waste and we've got to try and get up there to sort it out. Here we go. So here is the bathroom. Very, very nice bathroom. That's a Japanese toilet. You've seen me do them, but I've fitted them before. I've got a YouTube on it. Here's the bath. And that right there is what we're going to try and replace. So yeah, that is the only access panel, because it's like a jacuzzi bath. So the electric's not in there. There's no way in there. I've already looked. I'm not that small. You cannot get in. So how are we going to do this? So we have already been here. I know I didn't record it, but I thought, you know what, when I go back I will record it, because if you're in a similar situation to me where you've got a bath like that that's all tiled in, you've got no access, it might help you out. So I'm going to show you how I made access to this one. So what we did, we took a measurement from that wall to the centre, then from the centre there to there. So 2 measurements, side to there, wall to there. Alright, and I'll show you what we did with them measurements. Come on, let's walk through here. This is the utility, because we've already got my ladders up. So what I did with them measurements was, from that wall was my one measurement, then off the ceiling was my other measurement, and can you see that hole just there? That was my measurement. So we drilled the hole up, realised we hit a joist, well, literally on the side of the joist here, and we've put in this inspection panel. I know, it's because when I stuck this on, it started peeling the paint. There's not a lot I can do about it. But there's the bath waste. I mean, there's my hole. There's what that is near enough bob on. I had to cut out the bottom of the floor here. As you can see, we've got some pretty good access there. So what I'm going to do now is take that off and see about fitting a new one. Right, trap's out the way. Disconnected it. Let's go upstairs here. It's connected. Should just be screwed in. So I just took the lid off and it looks like it's one of those that are screwed into each other, so brilliant. I bet that's been siliconed into everything as well. Great. Yeah, I managed to get my grips on there and just get it to turn, so that should now come out. That is all out. Just cleaned up silicone downstairs. Now, this next bit, before I do it, might be a mistake. If I do this bit and it goes wrong, I've somehow got to put it right, which should be even harder than what I'm trying to do. I've got to take the outflow out, because the fitting that I've got, it don't have that outflow. It just don't. But I'll explain why I've chose what I've chose. You might understand why, but I've got to disconnect that outflow as soon as it drops. Well, you can imagine trying to fish that back up. I've actually got a video where I've done it before, so I ain't too arsed if I do have to do it, but I don't really want to. It goes nothing. Please don't regret this. Please don't regret this. Oh, please don't regret this. Oh, it's smooth though. There's no silicone on there. Right, the reason that I've took that apart is because I'm using one of these. This is called a top fix. I'll show you the box in a minute, but the idea is that you just feed that down there and fix it from the top. Make sure the hose is going the right way through there, and I should be able to get that through the hole. Now the rubber is a little bit fixed up. I might need 2 hands here just to help that through. It will go through. There you go. Come on, nearly there. Right, through. Now what will happen is it will compress on itself. So I can show you the waste. Exactly the same as the outflow. So as you tighten it, watch it compress. It compresses up to form a seal. I'm probably going to do it better than, there you go, like that. So that's the seal. That's all one piece. Seals that. So what I should be able to do is tighten that on That's it done from the top, no messing about around the back. Which I think's a bloody great idea, to be fair. I've been meaning to try these for ages, to be fair. I've seen them about, sorry, I'm just tightening it up, but I have seen them about for ages. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have to try them out, and I thought this job will be absolutely perfect. So let's tighten this up and it'll seal up. So it does come with a spanner, it's 14mm, which goes in there. It does go in there because I just had it, there you go. And you just tighten it up. How much easier is that than having to fish up around the back? That's getting pretty tight. Now he's getting very tight. There we go. And then this part here just goes in. How about that? I'm really impressed with that. Can you see the, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you can just about see the rubber a little bit, but yeah. That is well impressive. So all we've got to do now, do exactly the same for the waste. Just feed that through there, it'll just collapse on itself. So that's the outflow. That'll just collapse on itself and get straight through. Again, just use your little key, tighten it up. We'll be actually able to see this from downstairs, so it'll be interesting to see. Actually, I just thought I'd better make sure my outflow's in line before I tighten it up. So the outflow, so I've just checked it. I'm just going to tighten it up now. But yeah, make sure the outflow's pointing the right way before you tighten that up, because other than that, you have to undo it in the movie, aren't you? There you go. Once it's all tightened up, just get your click clacker, pop them in. That's it. Beautiful. I'll do it like them. I'll do, well, it's my first one I've ever done. If it don't leak, I'll love them. We'll see. Right, moment of truth, just got it running, see what happens. I can't hear water. Can't see water. There's a brand new trap in there as well. This might take a while to test that outflow. Jesus. This is a big bath. Outflow check. Dry as a bone. Looking good. Right. That's no leaks there, so let's go and fill, empty this bath, which is 3/4 full. So I did cheat a little bit with the outflow test. I got it to there and I've just been scooping in both hands straight down the outflow. Seriously, that is going to take forever to fill up. And it's nearly, I need to get on. It's like 5 o'clock, so we'll just empty it from there. Don't drop your phone in. Oh, don't get your hoodie wet. There we go. See how we go with that. You should literally be able to hear the water gushing out there. It's definitely being tested. Plenty of water going down that now. Yeah, looks good. This is the kit, top fix kit. Yeah, it gives you all the instructions, but you can see there it'll just crinkle itself. I'll be able to show you a lot better than the instructions, but you get these on showers, baths. I think you can get them on basins as well. But when I seen this show, I thought, you know what, perfect time to give them a try, and why not? So while that's draining, the top fix kit, it's done the job. Fair play to it. The only thing I don't like is the outflow connection. Very hard to get on. Well, from the angle I was, I mean, I am trying to work through that. It was a bit hard to come on. It just don't feel positive, if you know what I mean. I mean, it's past the test, and that is a bomb load of water shooting through that now, and it ain't leaking. But it's the only thing I don't like about it. Other than that, it's been absolutely sound, to be fair. Absolutely sound. So just wait for that to finish emptying. Make sure it's absolutely bones right up there. And yeah, that's that one all done near enough. So there you go, bath all emptied, all tested, all working fine. So when I first seen this job, I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do? And when I first seen this job, I was like, just want to mate, look, the bathrooms look lovely. I've said this before in videos, bathrooms look lovely when they're done, but when they have problems, it's just a nightmare, are they? It's not the first time I've done it though. I have gone through ceilings, through walls before to get to plumbing joints. So the lesson to take from it is, when you have a bathroom fitted, just think about the future, because stuff goes wrong. How are you going to get to it if it goes wrong? There you go, so we left it. I've just filled in that little hole that we made. Unfortunately, that joist was there. There's always going to be a joist there, will there? But yeah, that can stay there now. If it ever needs to be accessed again, there's access either. It's in their little utility room, so not too bad. I do like coming here though, because this is the boiler that I've fitted. Done it all in months and things, and God knows what. Even use brasso on the pipes. So another good one for plumbing. Them type of baths. You know, the freestanding baths. Got a problem. Waste is nailed. How do you get to them? How do you get to them? That's what I want to show you today. So this one we've got to replace the waste. So let me show you how we get it out. So on this one there was some silicone just there. There's no silicone on it. I thought all this would be silicone. Stop the water splashing down. But there's no silicone. Most of the time these you should be able to pull out like that, because most of the time that's how them fitted. Look, the idea of freestanding bath is it's freestanding. It don't look like a bath really. It's, you know, I've seen these in the middle of the room with a tap at the back of there, but still there's nothing down the back there. That's the silicone that you see, just a nice blob of it. So it should be on a flexible way. So what I'm going to do is lift the bath, and I have got some boxes somewhere. I'll use my saw to cut through that silicone, lift it up, see if we can disconnect it and flip it up to the waste. Right, so we've got the bath is up on its backside now, and there's the waste. Oh, that is dredged, that is. Okay, I'm going to disconnect that now. I'll get the bath out and worry about connecting it back up in a bit. Don't worry about that. We'll sort that out. I'll see what it's broke. It's the mechanism that's broken it. And there'll be a screw like that in the middle of that plug. Just take him out. And that should just come out. There we go. Just like that. That's the old one disconnected. To get your waste out, there's a screw goes onto there. It's the overflow part there. You undo this part, then it will disconnect, and that'll be everything out. There we go, that got it. The old one all out. So you can see the screws in there. So what I'm going to do is just feed that through the hole, down, tighten that up. You can see now we've got an overflow over there. You can see I've had to take that out. It's because the overflow pipe didn't reach. So I've had to feed that back in. If you want to see how I fed that back in, I've got a video called The Impossible Plumbing Repair. Does exactly that tip. Right. So I had to use the old overflow, but that's a McAlpine waste. Fitted nicely onto there. I'll just go check it for leaks, make sure all leaks are tight. That's all tightened up. However, I can't just fill this bath up, because look at it. It's propped up at the moment, so I'm going to get something to chuck down that overflow. That overflow will be redundant now, it won't do anything. But I've got click-clack waste. So basically, if that ever fails, it's an easy enough repair. So yeah, just tell customers a McAlpine one, and what I'm going to do now, run the tap, move the plug in, and just throw some water down there, make sure we've got no leaks. It's another good use of the cartridge. I've just took the end nozzle out, I could just spray that directly into there. I've just done the same again with the clicker clacker out. Put it back in. Beautiful. Sorted. Right, so I'm just going to drop the bath back now, and yeah, so I'll just be wangling it in, trying to get these out and push it back in, but I know now that there's no leaks under there. Beautiful. So yeah, the reason we're going for the clicker-clacker, the one that clicks up down, is them easy to maintain, and yeah, them ones with a twist thing, them look nice, but yeah, they do have problems where they can snap or they don't work properly. So clicker-clacker in a rented property, a lot better. So let's get this bath back. there we go, 2 impossible bath ways, which turned out not to be impossible. The freestanding baths, they should be on them flexible pipes. The only way really you can install them, so you should be able to break the silicone, lift them up and get them repaired like that. And the one that had all been tiled in, well, you've got 1 or 2 options there. You can either take the bath out, go through a wall, or like we did, go through a ceiling. So they're not impossible to get to, just a little bit of damage. As I say, the inspection panels do help you out. This isn't the first time I've used an inspection panel, but the 4th time now I've had to use an inspection panel because I've had to get into a bath where they've been installed and they haven't really thought about if anything goes wrong. But hopefully, if you come across one of them, that video has helped you. If it has, please look at subscribing. It really helps the channel. It's absolutely free. It won't cost you nothing. You just click a button and it helps me out. As always, any questions, put them in the comments. Always do my best to get back to everybody. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next one.